They say that what goes up must come down, but this law doesn't apply to Annapurna. This mountain is not only a natural wonder, but also a court. It decides whether you make it out alive or die trying. Let me give you some context. In the shadowy heights of Annapurna, the most feared mountain on the planet, lurks a mystery that defies logic and terrifies even the most experienced climbers. For a century, tales of strange occurrences have filled the chronicles of those adventurers who have challenged this mountain. The story goes back to 1950, when the Frenchman Maurice Herzog and Louis Lachenal became the first to reach the summit of Annapurna. While Herzog celebrated his achievement in a book that would become an international bestseller, Lachenal quietly kept the dark secrets he had witnessed. In his diary, Lachenal revealed a gruesome discovery: twisted bodies in unusual positions, as if they had fought desperately to survive. The first time he went up, he found the bodies face down, partly buried in the snow, as if they had been trying to escape something. But when he returned 2 weeks later, some bodies had disappeared, while others had been added to the eerie landscape. Lachenal tried to use the bodies as landmarks, but their mysterious disappearance raised disturbing questions. How was it possible for the bodies to vanish without a trace in just 2 weeks? What dark mystery surrounds Annapurna? The climber also noticed that some of the bodies showed signs of age, suggesting that this phenomenon had been going on for a long time. The locals, resigned to their reality, believe the mountain is cursed for ancestral reasons, older than the country itself. It is important to note that at least 75 deaths have been recorded among those who have attempted to climb it but never returned. Number 1. Ian Koff. The story of our first casualty begins in the spring of 1970. Ian Koff, the renowned British mountaineer, joined the challenging British expedition led by Sir Chris Bonington to conquer the imposing south face of the Himalayan massif in Annapurna. Born in Baildon, Yorkshire in 1937, Koff had already established himself as one of the top British climbers of his time, with notable ascents in the Alps and the first British conquest of the north face of the Eiger. Accompanied by his wife, Nikki Koff, also a passionate climber, Ian brought his humility and kindness to the team. Although the expedition reached the summit with the achievements of Dougal Haston and Don Willans, the descent was overshadowed by tragedy. Near Camp 2, a serac broke loose and struck Ian Koff on the 30th of May 1970. Number 2. Alex McIntyre. A similar fate befell Alex McIntyre, a prominent British climber born in 1954. His innovative techniques left an indelible mark on the history of mountaineering. Hailing from Cottingham in the East Riding of Yorkshire, McIntyre began his adventure in the wild landscapes of North Wales, driven by a genuine passion for exploration. Pioneer of front point climbing, McIntyre revolutionized front point crampons, which allowed fast and easy ascents. Among his achievements were the single-day ascent of the Grandes Jurasses Glacier and the first non-siege ascent of the Harlin Direct on the Eiger North Face. In the Himalayas, McIntyre adopted the alpine style, climbing with international groups on ambitious challenges. However, at the age of 28, his promising journey ended abruptly in the autumn of 1982, while establishing a new route on the south face of Annapurna with French climber René Gillini. He was struck by a rock and fatally injured, sealing his fate on the heights he loved so much. Number 3. Inaki Ooa Deza. Born in Pamplona, Navarre, on May 29, 1967, Inaki Ooa Deza was an adventurous Spanish mountaineer who left an indelible mark on climbing history. He participated in over 30 expeditions in the Himalayas and led more than 200. He is remembered for climbing 12 of the world's 14 highest mountains, including Cho Oyu, without oxygen, defending his philosophy that using oxygen contradicts the true essence of mountaineering. Ochoa made his first ascent above 8,000 meters on Kangchenjunga at the age of 22, excelled as a guide and cameraman, and in 2005 made a solo ascent of a new route on Shishapangma. However, his dream remained unfulfilled when he died on Annapurna in May 2008 while attempting his 13th ascent of a mountain over 8,000 meters. To be precise, he died on Annapurna on May 23, 2008, trapped in an emergency tent at 7,400 meters, a victim of pulmonary edema and a brain injury, leaving his body on the mountain as his family wished. Number 4. Park Yong Soo. Moving closer to the present day, we meet Park Yong Soo, the renowned South Korean mountaineer who became the first person to compete the True Explorers Grand Slam, leaving an indelible legacy in the climbing world. In May 2005, Park achieved an unprecedented feat by conquering the 7 summits and crossing both poles. His speed in climbing the 14 8,000ers, 6 of them in 1 year, made him the 5th fastest ever recorded. He also set another record by reaching the South Pole on foot in 44 days, without food and supplies. However, Park's brilliant career came to a tragic end in October 2011. While exploring a new route on Annapurna, he and his team disappeared after abandoning the ascent at around 6,400 meters due to the constant threat of avalanches. Despite intensive search and rescue efforts, Park, Shin Dong-min, and Gang Ji-so have not been found. The Korean Mountaineering Federation suspended the operation on October 28, 2011, acknowledging the loss and expressing its condolences. Number 5. Noel Hannah. Now we come to the present day. Not so long ago, this mountain was still claiming its victims. On April 17, 2023, Noel Hannah, a revered celebrity of 56 years, met his end on this route, like all those before him. On the treacherous slopes of Annapurna, Hannah, famous for having conquered Mount Everest 10 times and being the first Irishman to reach the summit of K2, was found lifeless in his tent at base camp, the last outpost before Annapurna. The circumstances of Hannah's death remain shrouded in mystery as the investigation continues, but at this point it seems unnecessary to know why. Noel has become another victim of the curse. Anyone who attempts to climb a mountain always believes that they will be victorious and reach their goal, but no, it's a sad story that keeps repeating itself. Instead of being a glorious victory, the summit of Annapurna leaves those who reach it with a feeling of filth and ruin. The mountain, steeped in mystery and tragedy, seems to hold on to its dark secrets, challenging those who dare to explore its barren slopes. What ancestral forces lurk in the shadows of this majestic yet dangerous mountain? Only Annapurna holds the answers, hidden amidst its icy winds and desolate landscapes. But tell us, what do you think is the reason for all these deaths? Coincidence or something more?